Hey softball community, welcome to another live Fastpitch show. I'm Gabby, our VIP manager here at RIPIT, and we are here today at RIPIT HQ, and we're super excited. We're going to be having a special guest come in. He's currently not in here right now, but will be, and that's the president of RIPIT. So we have been working so hard on expanding your softball space in retail sports, and particularly academy sports. So he's going to be showing you guys a preview of what's going to be looking like, what is the vision for RIPIT. And we also want to be taking in your questions as well. So throughout that show, don't forget to share in some questions and invite a coach and a parent. We definitely want to invite you to be a part of this conversation. And today is just going to be really exciting. We're going to be having Matthew come in a bit. And we also are going to be doing a special giveaway as usual on each show. So what I have today is our RIPIT backpack. So this is going to be an exclusive backpack in Academy stores. So to win this, all you have to do basically is click that share button on this video and also tag a coach and a parent. And this Friday at 5, we'll choose a winner. So we're definitely excited, and I'm going to check on in to see if any coaches are coming on. But don't forget to keep tagging, keep inviting coaches. We want to grow the sport of softball with you. And in case you don't already know, here at RIPIT, we are Fastpitch inspired. So our mission is to elevate the sport of softball, and we do that through you guys, through our VIP program. And if you're not a part of the VIP program, definitely sign up. It's easy. You just go to ripitvip.com, and you can sign up. As a coach, if you're a parent, invite your coach to sign up. It's a great opportunity for you to be able to stay updated with RIPIT, help us make products, test out products for us, and really, we're here to help make the best product for you girls. So we're going to go on and see anyone who's tuning in. And if you are watching right now, let us know, comment below, let us know what team you're in, who you're with. We want to give you guys some shout outs. But okay, so and if you guys are just tuning in, we're going to be having Matthew, the president of RIPIT, go on. He's going to be sharing some exciting new things that RIPIT is doing early next year. We're working on expanding your softball space. He's going to be giving you a preview of Academy and just exciting things coming up. So we're excited, and we also want to take in your questions. So don't forget to submit those. But I think we are ready to get in Matthew. So you guys ready to call in Matthew? Let's see. Hopefully he shows up here.
Hey, Gabby, how's it going?
Hey, we're excited to have you on. How are you doing, Matthew?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be talking to everyone out there in the softball community. So yeah, thanks, Gabby.
No, this is so exciting. Like the fact that we are going to be having softball mannequins and an actual softball, section in stores. I think that's very exciting, and we hear all the time coaches, parents, players all talking about how there's such a need. There's such a neglect right now with the current softball space in retail stores. So we're really excited that you and the team are working super hard and just creating a softball experience for these parents and players. And I know,
Yeah,
what was it, last week, right? Or the past couple of days, you and the team are working on creating the setup for Academy.
yeah, it was really exciting. So this past Monday, a team from RIPIT here, we flew out to an Academy Sports store in Houston, and we got to set up an 8 foot, what they call a pog, right? Which you kind of see behind me. It's just the big grid section in the softball location of their store, and it was really neat. So, the first thing you do when you set up one of these sections is when a store closes, you go in and basically overnight, while everyone else is home and no one's coming to the store, you go in and you set up whatever section they've given to you. What's really excited about Academy Sports this year is they've really bought into this mission to empower that fast pitch athlete and really
Mm.
create a softball section inside of their store. So, with all the feedback and all the wonderful information we got from our VIP teams and all the feedback we got about how to create a better softball experience, they gave us a massive space in their store, and we got to go in and we got to essentially put everything RIPIT offers today inside their store to create like that the best softball experience in a big box store that's really ever existed.
No, that's so exciting. And I mean, we hear this all the time. And coaches, if you guys are tuning in, you can also share some things that you would like to see or frustrations you've experienced in softball, in softball sections and retail stores. But I know one of the things too is there's not a variety of things or things are in different places. But I like how with our setup, everything's just in one spot and there's an actual softball section. And it's just, I
Yeah,
think there's such a need for that.
yeah, that was really the exciting part about this. We put, we really thank our softball community a lot with, our VIP teams and all the work they do with us because their feedback is just so valuable. And, one of the things we kept hearing is, it's not just about the product, it's about the experience as a softball player. And when we heard that and we started to go and talk to our big box stores, not just Academy, but Dick's Sporting Goods and all the big box stores throughout the country, they knew that they should be doing more in fast pitch, but they really didn't know what they should be doing. And, it's all
Mm,
this feedback from the VIP team saying, we want our own destination. We want the ability to go into the store and find everything we need in one space. We don't want to have
yeah.
to walk all over the store to find what we need. And we took that to the big box stores and said, guys, this is what our VIPs are telling us they need. And I think it's really helped. That's what's really exciting. It's the VIP teams who really allowed this to happen. Them telling us this is what they need and us being able to relay that to these stores is really what's culminated in a softball mannequin showing up inside a retail store, which, a
Yeah.
year ago, the idea that a softball mannequin could be in a store, like no one was thinking about that. So it's really exciting, and we're so excited to be a part of, really building out fast pitch from an experience standpoint, not just from a product standpoint.
Yeah, no, that's great. And talk a little bit about the mannequins. So how many mannequins are going to be going out in the academy?
So, about 3 months ago, we put 150 mannequins into 150 of their stores. And, based on the response, the feedback, and how well it was received in the stores, they actually had us now expanding to put a mannequin in every Academy sports store. So I believe it's going to
Wow.
be 250 mannequins that are now going to be
Wow.
inside every Academy sports store. Yeah, so really.
Okay, so that alone is huge because I just seen the growth of RIPIT. Like it's grown exponentially. That is amazing, and I can only believe that because I really believe that even Academy and Dick's, like they're seeing that RIPIT is committed to softball, and we see so many times like players, coaches, parents switching to RIPIT. But now we are also seeing that the retail stores are also seeing RIPIT as that softball brand, and they're willing to put in what mannequins in all stores. That's big.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's really exciting, and it's a really special time, I think, for the softball community because these stores now recognize. They say, yes, we're ready. We want to cater to that softball customer. We want to make sure when they come into our stores that they love their experience. But the next question is, okay, but how do we do that, right? And
Mm.
and and that's where our VIP teams have really helped basically craft what you see. It's not
Yeah.
us going in and guessing what softball community wants. It's not our retailers guessing what the softball community wants. It's our players being able to say, this is what I want, and this is what I want it to look like, and us being able to work really hard to make that a reality. And that's been a lot of fun to do over the last year.
No, that's really great. And coaches and parents, those who are watching right now, we definitely want to thank you if you are already part of the VIP team for helping us because it's true. Like your feedback, letting us know what frustrations, what things you need, we just basically take that and bring that to these stores and present what we know you all need. And so if you guys are tuning in right now, share with us, what are some things that you would like to see, some other frustrations you may be experiencing in retail stores and your shopping experiences. I know we've talked a lot about keeping everything in one space, kind of having that softball experience, that softball destination, and crafting that. But I know also some coaches have even mentioned too that there's not much variety of products. Like the baseball section, we see so many products available, but then for the softball section, it's so limited. But if you have other things that you've experienced that you would like to see and that can make a better softball experience for you in stores, let us know, comment below, and don't forget to click that share button. We also want to really grow the sport of softball together, and getting the word out through social media is going to really help us to get the vision out. And if you guys have questions for Matthew, don't forget to also comment them in. But Matthew, thank you for giving us a preview of the section. And you guys watching probably don't know this, but Matthew's still in the RIPIT office. So he's still currently here. So Matthew, if you just want to come by in, we're going to kind of dive into our Q&A session with you. But yeah, guys.
Absolutely. All right, I'll
See you in a second. But coaches, parents, those of you who are watching, comment your questions, get ready. Matthew's going to be sitting right here. You have the opportunity to listen in from the president of RIPIT. So any questions that you have regarding anything about RIPIT or even in regards to your softball section in retail stores, this is the perfect time to have him. And he is right here. So this is exciting. So guys, definitely submit your questions that you have for Matthew. And thank you for giving us that preview. That was amazing.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's very exciting though, just to see how RIPIT is growing, and now like even being able to grow in these retail stores. Like that is just, yeah, that's something that honestly we never thought would happen, but as we continue to grow with the softball community, we just see this seamlessly.
Yeah,
growing.
yeah. It's exciting. 2 years ago, we really sat down and we said, how do we go from just being a company offering a couple good products to the softball community to being
Right.
that destination for the softball customer and really serving the softball community? And the first thing we came up with was, well, okay, first we got to be able to offer at least most of what they need.
Right.
So we started with this idea of fill the mannequin. Let's if we could put a mannequin in a store and we could dress it head to toe, like that would really be a big step to, helping the softball community realize, like, really legitimize the sport. And it's cool because it took about 2 years, but now we filled the mannequin, and now we're looking for what's next. And the community, the softball community is giving us such great feedback and saying, how about this, how about that, and we're really so blessed, and I think feel really, really lucky that the softball community is just so inclusive and is really like bought into this mission, and is sort of helping us through this journey to really build out softball.
Right, and I really believe that not just our softball community, but even our retailers are seeing RIPIT's commitment to softball. And I mean, you were saying the other day how now the academy, they are removing other brands for softball and replacing it with RIPIT, right? Like the batting gloves for, I think that was Nike.
Yeah. Really exciting. And part of this is as we start sort of like fulfilling this mission, the softball section used to be, we always say when we talk to people, the and category. So you'd have these baseball brands that would make baseball products,
right,
and they'd make a few things for the softball player, and that's what the softball section tended to look like. So as we're starting to show up and say, no, it's not we have a bunch of baseball product, oh, and here's some Fastpitch stuff. It's no, here's some Fastpitch specific products, and those things are starting to go into the stores. We're starting to get rid of or push out those brands who are just kind of like Fastpitch is an afterthought.
Yes.
And really also putting pressure on the brands who should have dedicated Fastpitch products.
Right.
Starting to put pressure on them to say, hey, this should be an industry-wide thing.
Right.
It shouldn't just be RIPITs whose mission is to make the Fastpitch experience better for everyone. It should be everybody's mission.
Yeah.
So I think as we continue to have success, I think it's really putting a lot of pressure on other brands to say, hey, it's time everybody stepped up their game and really served the softball customer.
Yeah, and to really invest in the sport, because RIPIT, as you all know, especially those in the VIP team, you see the time and commitment that we've put in as a brand on each product, even if it's a simple product like a headband. We still want to get feedback from the girls. Our team always goes out there, communicates. I think Janelle was on our last show, and she said a product can go through 600 touch points, which is, it's just a lot. It's It's dedication. And it's amazing, and we just want to invite you to be a part of this. So, if you're not a VIP coach, sign up. You get to be a part of learning what it takes to make a product out there. And we want to hear your frustrations that you have. And we actually have some coaches commenting in. So Ryan, he's actually a new VIP team, and he says, I haven't seen RIPIT catcher's gear. Yes, that is one product that we haven't touched upon yet, but we're working on.
Yeah, so what's exciting, if we look towards the future, we're still staying true to this idea that we want to serve the softball customer everywhere we can, and sort of moving from this idea of let's fill the mannequin, and now moving to this to sort of I guess the next evolution of that concept is let's become that one-stop shop for the softball
Right.
community. You know, whether you're a coach or a parent or a player, when you need a softball product, you just know you go to RIPIT because RIPIT provides the best in that category. So catcher's gear, you know, obviously if we want to become a one-stop shop, at some point we have to have catcher's gear. But, you know, if you think about that, you know, our development team, every softball product that exists out there, it's on our radar, right?
Right.
And now it's really just saying, you know, where are our customers? Where is the softball community experiencing the biggest pain points? You know, is it more apparel? Is it softball gear? Is it bats, etc.? And really identifying where we can have the most impact and starting with those products, and eventually, hopefully, right, covering every product that softball player wears.
Yeah, no, that makes sense because we can't make everything at one time, you know, with the resources and time.
Yeah.
But the fact that we're trying our best to get starting from the most important, most need to eventually having everything.
Yeah, and I think too, you know, as you mentioned, you know, not making everything at once. It's about quality over quantity, right? You know, there's this tendency to want to go from, you know, okay, we have 3 products to 10 products. Now we want to have 100 products. You can't develop a great product that way, right? You have to say, all right, what's the next product we're going to make, and how are we going to make it the best product that's ever existed in that category.
Right.
And so, you know, you've really got to have a, you know, and I think our development team does a wonderful job at this. They really put their heart and soul into each product and saying, like, how do we make this the best headband or the best pant or the best whatever it can be, not just how do we make a headband.
Yeah.
You know? And that's exciting, you know, and it's I think it's the right way to do it. There's enough brands out there that are just making whatever and trying to get it out there. You know, we want to be more than that.
Yeah, no, that's good. And hey, Rich, thank you for tuning in. So Rich says there is no company in tune with Fastpitch like RIPIT.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Rich.
We hope to stay that way. And again, I mean, that's because of you guys. You know, it's
right.
You know, if we just came into work every day and, you know, talked to each other about what we should do, you know, we could easily lose sight of, you know, what really matters out in the community. So it's you guys helping us along the way and really consulting us on what the community needs is what allows us to stay that in tune. So thank you.
Yeah. And okay, so Steve is on, and Steve asked, does RIPIT ever plan to build a real titanium fielder's mask?
We've talked about a titanium fielder's mask. I can tell you it's not currently on the production schedule, but you know, I think I'll try to kick the can on the question, but I think if that softball community is that's a product that we hear you guys need, you'll see it. Right now we just get such positive response from, you know, the defense to defense pro
right.
that we offer that, you know, we don't seem to see enough demand from the community for something else. But you know, there's no telling what the future holds. So
right, and that's what the VIP program is. So you guys, when you have suggestions that you need, definitely email them to me, to our development team, and that's how products get on the priority list.
Yep.
But we have heard about that, the titanium, so that will definitely be on it. And we have Dean here, who's one of our VIP coaches. He says RIPIT will be the industry leader soon, the industry leader in fast pitch softball very soon. Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, Dean.
Yes, we're definitely excited. And so Matthew, and if you guys are watching right now, if you have questions, comments, feel free to comment them here. And don't forget to click that share button as well. We really want to get the word out, right? Get RIPIT out, get softball out in the community, and it's a great way through social media. But Matthew, since you're here, did you want to share a little bit of RIPIT's 3 to 5 year vision? You know, what's ahead? Because we know
Sure.
now we're getting into retail space, we're expanding, we're growing, we're filling the mannequin up. But what else is coming up?
Yeah, so you know, kind of like what I touched on before. I mean, 3 to 5 years from now, you know, really our goal inside this building is to be that softball destination, that one-stop shop. You know, so whether you're going into, you know, an academy or Dick's Sporting Goods, or you're going into your local mom and pop store, or you're shopping online. You know, when you think I need something for softball, you think I'm going to go to RIPIT because RIPIT has it, and RIPIT has the best of whatever that thing is. And you know, for us, the next 3 to 5 years is looking at, you know, all the products players use. You know, whether it's a bat, you know, the things you would normally think about, a fielding glove, a bat, batting gloves, etc., and even maybe some things you don't traditionally think of as fast pitch products, but you know, sports bras is a good example, right?
Yeah.
Things that every softball player uses,
That's good.
but no one really designs for a softball player. So we're really trying to look across that spectrum for the player and figure out, like, how do we how do we serve them with everything that they need? And then also looking to mom and dad, right? The biggest fans.
That's good.
And how do we
That's true.
support our biggest fans in a way that like no one's ever supported the biggest fans of the
Yeah.
players? And then of course coach. Coach. We know for the coaches out there,
Yeah.
we know you're in this to coach. We know it's a love for the game. We know you have a passion for helping to empower these young girls through the sport of softball. And we're looking and saying, well, how do we make the administrative side of your coaching easier? How do we reduce the amount of time you have to spend outfitting your players with uniforms and customization and all that? So we're really looking at this from like a really holistic level and saying like over the next 3 to 5 years, we really want to be that one-stop shop, serve all sort of softball supplier for every customer who's involved in the sport of softball.
No, I like that. I like how you even mentioned with parents, because even parents want to support the team, right? We hear that all the time with spirit wear and whatnot. So being able to support that as well on the coach side as well. And because overall that helps the whole softball experience.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
And it's such a family sport, so I love that we are working on it. And I know we'll probably have Sean, who is our team sales manager. He'll be probably going on next year, but sharing about my RIPIT. We're going to be kind of working on a website where we get to have that space where you get to order everything, that one-stop shop.
Yep.
So
yeah, we're really excited about that project. It's a big pet project. So my brother Jason, who's who the two of us founded the company together, he's sort of like spearheading our My RIPIT project, and we're super excited about what we're doing there, and we can't wait to roll that out to you guys.
Yeah, and we have more questions in, but before I get to the questions, just a reminder for those just tuning in, we are doing a backpack giveaway. So this is going to be Academy exclusive, and we made this basically. It's a smaller version, right?
Yep.
Of our current backpack, and this is just great. This is going to be going in Academy, so we're going to be giving this away. So to win this, for a chance to win this, all you have to do is click the share button and tag a coach or parent. And then Friday, we'll basically choose a winner. But let's get back to the questions here. So Jerry says, will you guys have more softball clothing?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
We're very excited in the apparel space. I mean, we're looking both at how do we get into customization, right? So getting back to that My RIPIT stuff, how do we provide spirit wear and uniforms and all that in a really easy way for you guys to order, right? Getting away from like the complicated process of getting that sort of stuff, and then also on the player level. What apparel have we not produced yet that needs to be there?
Yeah.
Colleen, our designer, so she's got a history in the apparel space. There is no limit to the amount of designs that are sitting on her desk.
Oh yes.
So we have to slow Colleen down, because if not, we would have like a million different pieces of apparel to offer right now. But there's lots of apparel coming from RIPIT that we're really excited about.
Yeah, we definitely are. She has a ton of designs, and I know we're going to be rolling them out on our website too. So if you guys haven't checked out ripit.com, check it out. Next year we're going to be putting in some new apparel that Colleen's been designing, and even our pants, our amazing pants. So that's going to be a new fun product. And then Rich says, are cleats in the future for RIPIT?
It's on the list. So
Yeah.
it's actually one of the things that a decent number of our retailers mentioned when we asked them, is there a particular product category where you feel you need a dedicated softball brand? Cleats is one of those products that gets mentioned a lot.
Yeah.
So it's on the list. I know it's something our product development team plans on starting to research with our VIP teams and say, hey, what cleats do you currently wear? What are the pain points you're experiencing with those? So we can sort of go down that normal process we have of figuring out, how do we build a better cleat? So, but yes, the short answer is yes, cleats are definitely on the list.
No, yeah. Thank you, Rich. Thank you for submitting your questions, and don't forget to tag a coach or parent on your team so they can also tune in here. And Shay, she asked, why do you think every retailer doesn't already have a dedicated Fastpitch softball section?
That's a good question. So, I think it's two things. First, there really hasn't been a brand that's come into these stores and said, here's the solution for your softball customer. Softball's sort of always been the afterthought. So, the first thing you got to do when you look at retail is, you've got to, as manufacturers, right, we have to provide the tools necessary for a store to say, yes, I can build out a softball section. So, up until, about a year ago, there wasn't really a brand coming in and saying, you know, here's what it can look like if you do this right. And that was sort of one of the things that we worked hard with the VIP teams on, is like, how do we make this look great, and how do we create this experience, and then paint that picture to these retailers so they understand like what's possible.
Right.
So, you know, I think now that we have enough product that we can paint that picture, more and more retailers are looking and saying, yeah, this is something we're really interested in. You know, and I think too, it's about the softball community. You know, I think it's, you know, there's a lot of times we walk into stores and the experience isn't great, and you know, we just say, well, you know, I'll shop somewhere else next time. You know, but I think whenever you have those opportunities to be inside one of these sporting goods stores and that experience is less than ideal, you know, let someone in the store know. You know, you'd be surprised. You know, I think a lot of times we think when we talk to managers in the store, we explain that doesn't do anything.
Right.
But there's a lot of times we go and we have our meetings with you know, with one of our accounts, and we hear about the feedback that they're getting from stores, from the floor, from customers. So you know, your feedback to stores means a lot. You know, and if more retail stores start hearing, you know, I really wish you were doing more for Fastpitch, that's going to go a long way.
Right, and even you, I remember your team, like we took the feedback from our VIP community and we brought it up. I mean, you actually meet up with the higher reps up there, and you share with them, and you're kind of like, you know, we're a voice for the softball community and letting them know that, hey, the softball section is so neglected, because it's true that softball was one of, it's funny because I think it was Dick's, I forgot which store it was, but they have even like sports that they prioritize, and softball wasn't one of the top ones.
Yeah, and I think that's really exciting is, you know, I think I touched on this before, the stores are starting to recognize, you know, some earlier than others, but I think everyone generally recognizes now that softball should be taken seriously.
Right.
So, you know, I think as we all as a community start to support that and really start to push that and kind of leverage that, I think it's just going to make it easier for, you know, softball to grow inside of these stores to where, you know, all of a sudden when it's time for the season, you can walk into a sporting goods store and everything you need is there. So it's cool.
That's good. That's true. Great questions. Awesome. And we'll take one more question. So we have here Rich, he says, any plans to work with the Olympic program for 2020?
So we've had some internal conversations about trying to get involved. You know, I think it's something we're exploring. You know, we don't know enough yet about what that's going to look like or what opportunities are going to be there, but we hope to. Let's put it that way. If we can make it work, we're definitely going to make it work.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, thank you all for asking your questions. Matthew, thank you for being on as well.
Yeah, thank you,
for taking your time to be here. We're super excited, and you know, because of your hard work, you're able to represent the softball community and help them expand their softball section.
And it's so much fun. And thank you guys. It's a world of difference when we can go in and we can talk to the retail community and be your voice. I mean, that's just, it makes our job easier, and it makes us feel much more fulfilled when we know we're accomplishing something that you want, as opposed to us just showing up and trying to sell something.
Yeah, and I think this is such a great way to start 2019, you know, especially with working with Academy, which is one of the biggest, you know, largest retail stores, of being able to start strong. So we are excited. We're not going to be having the show during next week, but we will be back the first week of January, and we're going to be inviting Spry. They are actually our video marketing company that's working and helping get the softball brand and RIPIT brand out there. So we'll be having them. It's going to be a great time to get some of their insights. But we want to thank you for tuning in, and if you haven't already, don't forget to click that share button, tag a coach and parent, and we're just definitely excited, and we hope and wish that you have a great Christmas and New Year, and we'll see you in 2019.
Yep, see you in 2019. Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.